Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Jerry. And Jerry had a request he wanted me to expand on or talk more about these borderline women who have children and then don't actually want the children. They have children, it's just a means for attention. And once it's time to start raising them, and the attention isn't there anymore and you got to raise them, they want nothing to do with them. And I came across this story, and which just just encapsulates this attitude. And in this instance, this type of borderline woman, though she wants nothing to do with her kids and she abuses them in private, she'll still try to make money off them in public, trying to play the good mother. And this is a parenting advice YouTuber that has just been arrested, this Ruby Frank. Parenting advice YouTuber Ruby Frank arrested on suspicion of child abuse. A Utah woman who gave online parenting advice via a once popular YouTube channel has been arrested on suspicion of aggravated child abuse after her malnourished son escaped out a window and ran to a nearby house for help, authorities said. And she was a big channel. She was a big channel, one of these ones who played, "Oh, I'm such a wonderful mother and take my advice. Listen to this shit." Ruby Frank, whose now defunct channel, 8 Passengers, followed her family, was arrested Wednesday night in the southern Utah city of Ivins. She was taken into custody at the home of Jody Hildebrand, who owns a counseling business that she says teaches people to improve their lives by being honest, responsible, and humble. These people have no shame. Frank has recently appeared in YouTube videos with Hildebrand that were posted online by Hildebrand's counseling business, Con Extensions Classroom. Frank's 12-year-old son climbed out of a window in Hildebrand's residence in Ivins, ran to a neighbor's house Wednesday morning, and asked for food and water, according to an affidavit filed by an officer with the Santa Clara Ivins Public Safety Department. The neighbor saw duct tape on the boy's ankles and wrists and called law enforcement, the affidavit said. The boy was taken to a hospital where he was put on a medical hold due to his deep lacerations from being tied up with rope and from his malnourished and arrest record state. This is a woman who just wants the attention, and there's so many of them. And some cases don't, in a lot of cases, most cases don't get this extreme. But this is the lengths the borderline will go to. This is what I'm trying to tell you about these people, whether it be narcissists, borderline, histrionics, straight sociopaths, psychopaths, antisocial personality disorder. Everybody's a fucking pawn to them. No one more than their own children. A borderline gets pregnant for the attention they're receiving from the pregnancy. Once that child comes along and they're not getting the set attention they need, they could give fuck all about that child. This woman still figured out a way to get attention and to get validation and to get supply off her children, and at the same time still won't raise them right. Duct taped this child to a chair, starved him to the point where he had to escape and beg for food and water and then be hospitalized because of his injuries. There isn't enough shame that you could throw at these borderlines. This is what I'm trying to tell you. These women and men too are monsters. They are dangerous. They are a scourge on society. When they're not transing their kids, they're destroying their kids. They're physically abusing their kids. They're malnourishing their kids. They're ignoring their kids. They're neglecting their kids. All the while trying to play this virtuous parent. And you have the audacity to try to go and make money off them and give advice. Sickening. Frankie's 10-year-old daughter was later found malnourished in Hildebrandt's house. So it wasn't just a boy thing. 10-year-old daughter was malnourished in Hildebrandt's house and was also taken to the hospital, officers said. 2 other of Frankie's children were in custody of Child Protective Services, the affidavit said. The Frank family was criticized online for its 8 passengers video blog showing parenting decisions, including banning their oldest son from his bedroom for 7 months for pranking his younger brother, and also sending him to a wilderness therapy camp for undisclosed reasons. They love playing God. They love trumping up reasons to punish you and then playing virtue. I had to do it. Oh, you're so wonderful. And at least they were getting shit online for that. In other videos, Ruby Frank talked about refusing to take lunch to a kindergartner who forgot it at home, threatening to cut the head off a young girl's stuffed toy to punish her for cutting things in the house, and saying that she and her husband told their 2 youngest children they would not be getting presents from Santa Claus one year because they had been selfish. And they delude themselves into thinking that they're right, into thinking they're great, into thinking that people are just going to just dump accolades on them. Parents who shit on their own children are never, ever to be taken seriously. They are always to be scorned. Who does that to their own child? Sociopathic, narcissistic borderlines. That's who. The YouTube channel, which started in 2015, ended after 7 years. Both Frank and Hildebrand were arrested Wednesday night on suspicion of 2 felony counts of aggravated child abuse, though formal charges have not been filed, according to the authorities. Why not? Why haven't there been formal charges? Why? You got how many children being malnourished? You got their own fucking idiot words on the YouTube channel. You have evidence of deep lacerations or abuse. What is the holdup? Suspicion? I think you got a little bit more than suspicion going here. But let me tell you what'll happen here. You got a man and a woman. She'll pop a deal and blame it all on the guy. Guarantee it. She'll get off with a year or 2, and this guy will go down for 25 years, 30 years. As he should. They both should be buried under the goddamn prison. Frank requested an attorney and did not speak with officers. The affidavit said that attorney had not publicly been identified Thursday. A voicemail left at a phone listing for Ruby Frank's husband seeking comment on the arrest was referred to as attorney Randy S. Kester. So it's not even her husband. So she's obviously getting some side dick. Probably resents her husband and abuses the kids because of whatever resentment she has for her husband. I don't know her channel. I don't know this channel. But the fact that the husband wasn't arrested, that this other dude was arrested, just tells you everything. There's nothing more important to the borderline female than her vagina. That's what does all her thinking for her. Kester said he was representing Kevin Frank's interest in keeping the children together and in his care, and that he could not comment on Ruby Frank's arrest. A voicemail left with the Hildebrandt's counseling business seeking comment on Thursday was not returned. A judge on Thursday granted the detective's request that Ruby Frank be denied bail. The detective cited the severity of the injuries of her 2 kids located in the home and told the judge the Department of Child and Family Services had taken 4 of Frank's children into custody, and the officer had yet to speak to 2 of them. So she's got 6 kids. 6 kids, that's, party of 8. So mom, dad, and 6 kids. So I guess the father still has custody of 2 of them. Sounds like it was some kind of split custody type of deal here. When the children were found at Hildebrandt's house, Frank had been seen on a YouTube video filmed at Hildebrandt's house and posted 2 days earlier, indicated that Frank was present at the residence and had knowledge of the abuse, malnourishment, neglect, and arrest records said. Hildebrand was also denied bail, court records said. So what's going on here is they're either separated, she's got some new dick in her life, she brings 4 of her 6 kids over to be abused by this monster. They're holding her without bail. I guarantee it. Because that is a tactic to get her to roll over on him. And they're going to let her off light, just like they always do with these women. It's her children. She should get a harsher sentence than he does. Why? Because that's her flesh and blood. Flesh and blood she had no use for outside of a pregnancy or outside of a YouTube channel that was going to get her notoriety, fame, and probably some money. How fucking horrendous. There is not enough scorn for these borderlines. There is not enough shame you can heap upon them. There is nothing the borderline won't do to their children once they've used up all their supply. Nothing. Just absolutely horrendous. It's just a horrendous situation. It's gross. Thank you, Jerry, so much for the contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.